The Samsung Gear S3 Frontier is more of a manly device. Its huge 46mm body doesn't really conform with women's watch designs. The Gear S3 looks like Casio G-Shock, and that's not a bad comparison to be a part of. Unlike the Gear S2, the Gear S3 looks less like a toy and more like a real and rugged watch. The Gear S3 Classic feels more plasticky than the Frontier, but still more rugged than the Gear S2. Talking about the build quality, the rotating bezel is slightly elevated over the dial, which makes it easier to rotate. It is also a more rigid design, which looks and feels rugged. The two buttons on the right side are also rigid and clicky, which feels good and conforms with the rest of the design. The Gear S3 Frontier is also IP68 certified, meaning that you can take a bath with it or go out in the rain if you need to. Rivaled only by the Apple Watch 2, the Frontier has a 1.3-inch 360p Super AMOLED display with bright and vibrant colors. Corning's Gorilla Glass SR Plus has been used to avoid scratches and make the display stand against the bumps as well. True to tradition, the AMOLED panels shows oversaturated colors. Using Tizen for its OS of choice, Samsung actually has a double-edged sword to deal with here. While the OS and interface is far smoother and faster than competing Android Wear or even Apple's Watch OS 2, there is really no apps to use with it. A point to be noted here is that Samsung's Gear app is incredibly slow. Samsung has overhauled the design over the years, but the app takes too long to download or update services. In terms of sheer speed and usability, we find the Gear S3 Frontier to be the best of the lot, despite the lack of app support right now. Much like the Apple Watch 2, the Gear S3 comes with a built-in GPS and it works well as you would expect. The larger body comes with a 380 mAh battery, and it's the longest lasting among smartwatches today, barring Pebble's watches. Given that Pebble is now defunct, the Gear S3 Frontier is really the best in terms of battery life. On regular usage, we got the watch to last 3 days easily. If you're not using the GPS and always on display, it can even last as long as 4 days. The Samsung Gear S3 Frontier is as good as smartwatches can get right now. It is fast, has a top-class display, and impressive battery life. At long last, the Gear S3 Frontier and Classic are also compatible with iOS devices, which means iPhone users have the perfect alternative to the Apple Watch. Thank you for tuning into Digit, and for more videos, subscribe to our channel.